Well, hello, and welcome to another Munro adventure today. So I've got a bit of a challenge on my hands today. It's going to be one of the toughest days I think I've ever done. And I'm in the Crianlarich area. So I'll tell you a bit more about this route today. What I'm planning is something I don't normally do. I'm heading out in a terrible forecast. Now it's actually July and the weather's been horrendous this month. Honestly, I think we've had one of the worst summers ever. But I'm planning 2 single Munros in this area. The first one being Beinn Chabhair. It's not pronounced like that, but I think it's Beinn Chabhair or something like that, something strange. But I didn't start from Inverarnon, which is the normal point. I took the hydro track and parked just a mile or two above Inverarnon. I think that was good. I tried to avoid some bog, but look at this, it's a total bog fest now. I don't think there's going to be any avoiding it through this part here. But as I say, this is going to be a very challenging day. These 2 Munros are basically going to be started from scratch in one day. So I'm going to crack on, no time for stopping today. I'll catch up with you further up this route. So from the get-go I could see this was going to be a wet day. The rivers were really in spate, but thankfully there was no river crossings on this route. Just beyond this part the bog really started, and yeah, as you can see here, it's unavoidable, so the feet were getting soaked straight away. Okay, I'm headed sharply uphill now into this mist and fog. What a day for weather, horrendous, maybe the worst weather I've experienced in a wee while. Nice little walk here, if anything, make me feel a bit better. There is some views, but I don't think, tops up here, I don't think I'm going to get any views. Making good time though, as I'm just over an hour and 20 minutes to this point. So hopefully just be over 2 hours to get to the top. So yeah, I'll show you some views up there if there is any, but for now it's just time to head up there. So things got worse and worse the higher that I got. As you can see, I was in the mist and clag at this point and there was just nothing to see in any direction. This is a lumpy, bumpy Munro, this. Full of false summit so far too. Don't think I'm actually too far from the top, but got to get around all this first. Moment, it's just cleared. Show me some views behind me. Wow, at least I can say I've seen something up here. Them views didn't last long and that wind has really picked up to what the forecast said, so I'm just about at the top. I'm not going to linger there at all, but yeah, this is wild. Oh, this is Munro bagging at its finest. But there is Beinn Chabhair. I think it's pronounced Beinn Chabhair or something along that lines. 933 metres. I can't even tell how high this is because I can't see anything apart from mist. I think it translates to Hill of the Hog, something along that line. So yeah, I'm not lingering here. I'll get a bit of shelter and try to show you what I can see. Yeah, absolutely nothing to see here. And I don't think it's going to clear. No point waiting. I think I'll be waiting up here all day for it to clear. So you know what, I haven't done many Munros in conditions like this at all, if any. This is maybe the wildest that I've actually planned to go out on. I've been caught out before with mist and fog and the odd shower, but yeah, do you know what, I'm actually enjoying myself. I like the challenge of this. You can't see the top either, so you can't see how far you've got to go, but this is a bumpy mountain, rugged, coming towards the top there. I'd like to come back here and see it with views one day. But yeah, anyway, I've got a whole other Munro to do today. So it's 2 hours 15 minutes to get here, probably just about 2 hours to get back down. And yeah, once I'm back down, I'll tell you the next Munro that I'm going to do. So I must have just spent a couple of minutes at the top here. As you can see, the conditions were getting worse and the winds were whipping up. It was hard to stand at the top. So before long I decided to head back down. The winds were at their strongest probably at this point, and it must have been gusting at about 40 miles an hour. It was one of the strongest winds I've ever felt. Well, that was pretty rough up there. I got absolutely drenched. It was like a different world. The wind is horrendous. It was forecast about 35 mile an hour wind, so I reckon it was gusting at that at the top, but it wasn't gusting, it was just constant blast of wind. So the path here is just a river. My feet are absolutely drenched. I just give up, try to keep them dry anymore. There's no point. But I am heading back to my van just now before I go to this next Munro, and luckily I've got a change of clothes, new boots and jacket, the full works. I was prepared for this today, so that's one bonus if anything about doing these 2 hills this way. So from that point my mic actually got flooded with water, so you couldn't make out what I was saying, but it was actually quite a pleasant walk down the hydro track. It dried up ever so slightly and there was actually a touch of blue sky, so yeah, probably the best part of the walk. Right, that's me just back at the end of this hydro track. Now I'll give you the good reference for this point. The only downside about doing the route up the hydro track from here is there's no parking at the start. There's maybe space for just one car. Luckily I was really early. So yeah, I'm soaked. My boots are full of water. I'm going to get changed, head to this next Munro, and I'll tell you a bit about it there. That's me, fully refreshed and ready to tackle this second Munro. Now, you might think it's a different day. The sun has actually come out, but looking at the clouds around it, no, I don't think it's going to be clear at the top. So this Munro is actually another boggy mess. So I've come a bit more prepared this time. I've got gaiters and my boots are a bit more waterproof. Lovely scenery to start this walk. There's actually some Highland cows down there. Look at that blue sky. You would honestly think that this is a different day, but I assure you it's not. So the route today is going to take me up behind Kirkton Farm, pretty much direct straight up onto the main ridge of this Munro. I have been warned it's rather boggy on the ascent there, so I'll have to watch for that again. But yeah, for now I need to crack on. I've already done 8 miles this morning. In fact, it's still morning. It's about 11:45, so yeah, a couple of hours and I'll be at the top of this one too. You know what, I didn't even tell you which Munro this was. It's Beinn Chabhair. A lot of you have probably done this on quite a popular Munro, but yeah, it's rather warm. I might need to take my jacket off. It's starting to feel like summer again. Loads of handy notes here. Kirkton Burial Ground. I think that this is part of the West Highland Way. That's probably why they're giving so much information. But yeah, I'm loving that. Look at that blue skies. Anyway, let's go uphill. Small level crossing to cross here. Just listen for the train, I think. Yep, good to go. This scenery here is insane. It looks like a totally different day, totally different place. Cracking. Things started off quite gradual from the farm, but again, as you can see underfoot, it was quite boggy, and as I got higher, then blue skies just started to disappear, and that rain was on its way again, so it was time to get some extra layers back on. It was turning out to be one of those days where you get the waterproofs on and the sun comes out, you take them off and it starts raining, and this was going to be the theme for the rest of the day. I'm pretty sure I can see where I'm heading now, up to the ridge of this Munro. Now, it is in the cloud just now. I'll give you a closer look at it. So it looks like a bit of a monster from down here. Maybe it's just a cloud. Hopefully it's deceiving, but there we go. That's where I'm heading, up into the cloud there. I think there's a small chance that that's actually going to clear for me. I'm not getting my hopes up, but look at some of these hills in the distance. Look clear. Even if I get a small chance at a view, I'd be happy. But yeah, I'm going to get my head down. Legs are starting to feel it a bit now, and yeah, it shouldn't be long till I'm at the top. Well, that's the first top of Beinn Chabhair. Now I've got a bit of a ridge to negotiate here, but I don't think I'll see much of it, to be totally honest. Look at this. So yeah, not too far till I'm there. My legs are tired. I feel like I'm moving in slow motion. Doesn't help with these heavier boots. But yeah, that is just a straight up ascent to get here. Gives you no opportunity to catch your breath. So yeah, I'll be there shortly. Oh, it's been tough. My legs feel like lead weights now. But here's the summit of my 269th Munro. There's not really a view to be had from here. It's actually brightening up, so might linger for 10-15 minutes, see if it clears. But this is Beinn Chabhair's hill, and this is 1,025 metres high, nearly 100 metres higher than the first Munro today. A relentless ascent to get here, to be honest. So anyway, I'm going to take some shelter and take in these fantastic views. It's been a tough day, this. 2 single Munros. I think it's more of a mental battle, to be honest, that you go all the way up one, all the way down, and my body felt like that was the end of the day. To think that I had to restart basically from scratch again, it's a bit disheartening, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. My legs were actually warmed up for the start here. Loads of Lucozade helped too, loads of sugars, and a fresh outfit obviously. But yeah, I've got 13 Munros to go after this, and not many down in this area. This is the hardest bit for me to reach, down Crianlarich, Loch Lomond. A good 2.5 to 3 hour drive for me. So yeah, it's good to get these ticked off. So it didn't look hopeful, but then a little break in the clouds started to show where I could see a touch of blue sky. You might just be able to make it out here. So I thought I was going to get a view, it would open right up, but it turns out after waiting 15-20 minutes that it never did. It was just teasing me. I don't think it's going to clear, is it? I think I'll be waiting a couple of hours, and even then I don't think it's going to clear. Bit of a shame, as I got my hopes up with that blue skies and I could see the tops of other peaks, but yeah, not today. So anyway, time to head back down, and the route back down is exactly the same way as I came up. That's me just about back down at my van. What a horrendous descent that was. Just misty, foggy the whole way. How do I set up today? Tough, wet, and pretty miserable at points, but there was a bit of blue sky when I was coming up here. None of that left now. Now, I have to apologise as well, it's probably not going to come out that good as a video because I've done a lot of walking and talking, and yeah, it's not going to be the most cinematic of videos, is it? No views at the top. I think I'm going to retire from this miserable hiking and become a fair weather hiker again. That's 3 summits without a view now, so I can't be having that. But I did enjoy the challenge of it. I wanted to push myself today. I've been cooped up in the house this week. I'm on holiday, so I've been just waiting for that forecast to change, and it never did, so I thought I'm just going to go for it. I had these 2 random hills down here to do. I thought I would just tie them together, save a bit of driving. But yeah, how do I describe them? Both boggy. So I'll rate them together, as I think they're actually quite similar hills. And I would say both get a 5 out of 10. Bog rating max. It's unavoidable at places. I've stayed dry on this one, thankfully, but it's actually taken me longer to do Beinn Chabhair. I thought it was going to be the other way around, but it's maybe because I'm quite tired too. But yeah, I'm going to end the video here. Got that long drive home. But yeah, 13 Munros to go. Soon beat that finishing line. So thanks for watching today, and I hope you'll join me for some more Munros in the next one.